something far more complex than missiles and drones may be shaping the Iran-Israel and the US conflict right now. Behind the visible strikes and public statements, a quieter and more dangerous layer is emerging. One driven by intelligence, one driven by surveillance and possible covert coordination. Well, recent assessment linked to Ukrainian intelligence and cited in international reports suggest that Russia may be playing a deeper role in supporting Iran than everybody understood. According to these claims, Russian satellites carried out at least 24 missions across 11 countries, focusing on 46 high-value strategic sites. These reports, they include sensitive locations such as US military bases, major oil facility and advanced air defense systems, particularly in regions like the UAE. Ladies and gentlemen, what makes these statements specifically striking is the timing here. Some of the locations identified during these surveillance missions, they were reportedly hit by Iranian missile or drone strike, in fact just days later. This has raised serious question among analysts. Was this simply coincidence or does it point to a real-time intelligence sharing between Moscow and Iran? Well, if such coordination is happening, it would mark a significant escalation. Well, no in terms of open warfare, but in terms of strategic alignment behind the scenes. Intelligence, after all, it is one of the most powerful tools in modern conflict, right? Knowing exactly where to strike, what to target, when to act, it can change the course of a battlefield without a single public announcement. And now adding another layer to this evolving situation are the reports of growing cyber cooperation. Here, intelligence sources also suggest that Russian and Iranian hackers may be working in very parallelly, targeting digital infrastructure, probing the defense system, and potentially disrupting the communication. This signals a shift in how wars are fought today. It is no longer just about physical attack, it's about invisible operations carried out through networks, code, data, and in such a scenario, the battlefield extends far beyond borders, reaching into systems that support the economies, defense, and daily life. Well, let me conclude this for you. The geopolitical implications that are significant. If Russia is indeed increasing its covert support to Iran, it suggests a deepening alignment at a time when tensions with the US, they remain high, even after the announcement of a fragile ceasefire. In the meantime, for the leaders like Donald Trump and Mohammed bin Salman, such developments could represent a very serious strategic concern. Critical infrastructure, specifically systems like advanced missile defenses or energy networks, depend heavily on secrecy and protection. So any breach, whether physical or informational, it could have far-reaching consequences. And yes, at the very same time, it's very important to note that these claims, they are based on intelligence assessments. They have not been independently verified in full. And wait, in conflicts of this scale, information itself can become a tool used to influence perception, shape narrative, create pressure. This makes it even more difficult to separate confirmed developments from strategic messaging. But still, the broader pattern, that is clear. The conflict is no longer confined to direct confrontation between nations. It is now expanding into a multi-layered contest involving surveillance, cyber activity, alliances, and influence. As global power watch closely, the question is no longer just about who is winning on the battlefield, but about who is shaping it from behind the scenes. And that leads to the most important question. If intelligence sharing and covert cooperation, they are becoming central to this conflict, how far can it go before it changes the balance completely? Because in today's world, the most decisive move, they are often the ones that remain hidden until their impact is impossible to ignore.